Hey everybody, Sean here.
Evan.
He's eating right now at a bad time.
Sorry.
It's fine. But we are here reviewing the original Total Recall. And I'm betting sure everybody on my channel is asking, why are you just now reviewing the original one? You've already reviewed the remake. It's called I Didn't Want to Until Now. So deal with it.
And for those wondering what I'm wearing, it's my magical protection symbol.
Yes, because he's very highly religious. And we'll leave it at that. So,
yeah, I had it last week. But we're not going to get into that.
Yes.
Don't want to creep out the minds of any children who've been watching.
Or any minds in general.
Yeah.
So, this is a 1990, about pretty much a year before we were born. Nice. American science fiction action film directed by, well, Paul Verhoeven, who directed RoboCop.
Hey, this movie probably is even actually more violent and graphic than the first RoboCop, probably literally.
We will get into that, good sir. Stars Mr. Freeze himself. I couldn't resist that.
Yeah.
Or if you rather like the Governor, which some people call him that. Anyway. Stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Rachel Ticotin. I hope I pronounced that right. Sharon Stone, Ronnie Cox. You know, Pamela Sandon will knock that straight out. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, watch Doug Walker's review of this movie and you'll get the joke. And Michael Ironside. The film is loosely based on Philip K. Dick's story, We Can Remember You Wholesale, which makes me wonder how they got the name Total Recall, though.
Yeah. I've actually read that story. Well, I'm a huge fan of Philip K. Dick.
Well, when we get into the review, you can talk about the story if you want.
Yeah.
It tells the story of a construction worker who is having troubled dreams about Mars and a mysterious woman there. It was written. This movie was written by Ronald
Shusett,
thank you.
Dan O'Bannon,
I'll just let you continue.
John Pavil, and Gary Goldman, and won a Special Achievement Academy Award for its visual effects.
Nice. The original score was composed by Jerry Goldsmith. Won the
BMI Film the Music Award.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about the expensive thing.
Yeah.
This movie has a runtime of an hour and 53 minutes. Its budget was roughly $55 million. We'll say that.
Yeah.
Because the way it's written, there's 50 to 60.
Yeah.
So we'll say roughly $55 million. And it made back $261.3 million at the box office.
Pretty good.
For probably a low-budget movie, yes.
Yeah, but that's probably high-tech budget for back then.
Mm-hmm. So, basically the story is pretty much guy has a dream, starts, and pretty much those who've seen the remake, it's pretty much the same story.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, this one came out first, but it's pretty much the same story as the remake. You know, guy starts dreaming of what guy has weird dreams, goes to this memory implant place, pops the memory cap, and starts realizing that the life he's been dreaming about is actually his real life. Mm-hmm. And that the life he's been living isn't a lie, basically. And something I want to get into before you go.
Yeah.
People have said that the remake, hand me the DVD if you would. Yes, that, or you can hold it up. Okay, I think they get the point. Has barely stripped away all ambiguity of this movie. Yeah, bullshit. Because, okay, in the remake, they say that there's only one scene of them debating whether it's real or not. Yeah, same in this one. That's not an argument. Not to mention, if this is supposed to be Alan Quaid's head, and Doug Walker has made this case too, check out his video, it's great, that if it's supposed to be Alan Quaid's head, why are there several scenes of him absent? And I have a feeling that I'm going to get comments about people trying to explain it to me, but you know what? Go ahead and try.
I'm going to try to explain some elements to him.
Because yeah, you've read the storyline.
And I've seen the movie, and I can understand some of the aspects they're doing with like dream within a dream and this mystical stuff.
So yeah, and also there's this one scene where
mystical.
Yeah, mystical. But yeah, there's this one scene in the movie where, like with Doug Walker's video, I had to make the comment where this doctor basically gives Quaid a red pill. It's like, what are you doing? It doesn't work without the blue. It doesn't work. You have to give him a blue pill. It doesn't work without it. Basically a Matrix reference, really.
Yeah, plus, if he would have taken this, the movie would have been over in 5 minutes and we wouldn't know shit.
Pretty much. But yeah, basically there's this villain plot about Ronnie Cox, basically.
Dick Jones from the original movie.
But he's playing essentially what would become the Bryan Cranston role, which, honestly, I like Cranston better. Nothing against Ronnie Cox, but I like Cranston better. It's just me, though.
I don't know. I prefer the Ronnie Cox, but not just because I liked him as Dick Jones. It kind of sounds like he was making...
But here's the thing is, I thought he was better in RoboCop than he was in this.
Yeah.
I like Bryan.
I agree.
But as far as the Cohagen role, I like Cranston better. Just me, though.
I don't know. There was that one scene in there when he was talking to Michael Ironside's character.
Yeah, and
it almost looked like that
he's saying,
segment from...
I'll erase your ass. And it's like, again, to quote Doug Walker's video, he's like, so are they going to erase his ass? How will he eat? Or how will he sit? How will he poop? It's like so funny. But anyway, the villain's plan basically is on Mars. They're trying to regulate the flow of air, just so I guess that too. Just I guess so he can be rich and powerful, whatever. And so the Resistance is trying to get the access to more air so they can live longer and stuff. But it's pretty much hard to explain, really.
Yeah.
Think you could probably explain better, probably.
The only thing I could say is pretty much terraforming, putting air and capable living material on a world that
doesn't have any.
Doesn't have any.
Yeah, where have I seen this plot point before? Transformers, Man of Steel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna let you talk for a bit because I've been talking about 6 minutes.
Well, when I see this movie, the closest I could make it to this thing with this dream thing is even Ronnie Cox and the villains themselves talk about a dream academy, whatever let's say
dream
agency.
Stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, the way I always figured this movie out when I saw that was that they're the ones who are the original dream agency, and the dream agency we see earlier on, about 17 minutes into the film.
Recall, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that is actually a dream agency mentally made up by Schwarzenegger's character as a way to, let's say, cope with the problems that's being done by the real dream agency, which is...
Okay, but here's the thing is, people have said for years that everything past the point where he goes into the chair is left to your interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning you can decide whether it's dream or reality. It's obviously a fucking reality because because the lady even says, we haven't implanted him with the agent thing yet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all reality. Like, I mean, yeah, everything happens in the movie just as he went through it in the process. Understandably. But they never implanted him with the agent thing. So it's all real. Plus you have the scenes where Schwarzenegger's absent and it's like, it makes no sense how this is ambiguous. But that's just how I am, basically. I don't get it.
Yeah, but they had given him parts of the dream, so even though he didn't have the agent part yet, he still could have done something that caused some kind of suspicion.
Maybe
did something that would
maybe I missed something
compromise what would have been done later.
Well, maybe I missed something then.
And I thought, the other thing I seen was, or what I interpreted was, it seems like what he was doing with this made-up dream agency was trying to do another way, like I said, cope, but also it seemed like he was trying to find a way to control his own dreams.
Mm-hmm.
But he will be controlling a dream that technically he's actually conscious in.
Mm.
Even though it seems, when people dream, it seems like it's real, even though it's not. But pretty much he's a dream that is real. So it's a dream that he's fully conscious in. So controlling something that on its own can't be controlled, that's going to have disastrous effects.
Well, like you were saying about the dream being reality thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Jackie Earle Haley, while promoting Nightmare on Elm Street remake, said that he had a childhood dream of him basically being in the bedroom that he was actually sleeping in and then being chased by this horrible spider. So... yeah, he even was dreaming of the room that he was literally sleeping in. So your dream within a dream thing makes dream within reality thing makes sense.
Well, there's dreams in reality, dreams within dreams, I've had dreams within a dream within a dream.
Freaky.
It's possible. It's not something that happens rare, but people with
freaky.
different kinds of mental
So,
capacities.
do you want to go through comparisons of the original storyline?
Yeah,
to the
in a
movie?
second. I was about to say something, but I can't remember. I was talking about so the fact that Arnold Schwarzenegger is trying to control something that can't be controlled, especially since the kind of the ideologies of it is kind of different since he's alive in this world. People dream for a reason.
To escape reality.
Well, just that. The thing is, despite people trying to contradict what I'm saying, we are given our dreams for a certain reason. I mean, I can't just wake up one morning and say, tonight I'm going to dream that I'm a goldfish. It's not going to happen. We are given dreams for a certain reason.
Yes, so
Kind of
burnt man in brown hat can kill you. I'm sorry, I couldn't go without. I mentioned Jackie Earle Haley. I couldn't go without the Nightmare reference.
like what I told you this afternoon when I first got here. I dreamed that for a reason. Something was trying to tell me something. But I'm just saying.
Yes.
We can't control our dreams.
And something's trying to tell me something.
Don't go in. No.
But yeah, before you get into the story, let's get into the performances, the effects, and everything. So, good sir, what did you think of said performances?
Acting really good. Schwarzenegger knew what he was doing with this one.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, people say, and I can't help but compare this to the remake, but you kind of have to in a way.
And his voice was actually a lot more normal this time around.
Yeah.
Not that anything's wrong with Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice, but he is Austrian. I'll be back.
I mean,
I am Schwarzenegger. Your ass is mine, dude.
Okay, dumb boy. Relax.
No.
But say what you will about the remake, Colin Farrell was not a bad replacement, though. I'm not trying to take away from Schwarzenegger, but Farrell was a good replacement. But yeah, I thought Arnold was good in this movie. It's one of the few Arnold movies where I can actually watch and enjoy him, basically.
Yeah, I had no problem with Colin Farrell's performance. I'm a fan of Colin Farrell. He did a really good job in Hearts War with Bruce Willis.
Never seen it.
Watch it. Good movie. What are you looking at?
No.
No.
The only Colin Farrell movies I've ever seen, dude, are Daredevil and Total Recall remake, which isn't really much. But yeah, I actually thought all the actors played the parts really well. Although I can't help but compare this remake. There's one line Schwarzenegger says I wish Farrell had said when Arnold basically shoots Sharon Stone in the head. Says consider that a divorce. No, it's consider that a divorce. Yeah. It's like I wish Farrell had said that in the remake.
Consider that a divorce.
But yeah, I thought the actors did good. The effects, for the most part, were solid. I'll say this. I had less problems with the effects in this than I did with RoboCop. Although I think RoboCop is a better movie, though.
Yeah, I would say that.
But the effects are better in this, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if it does or not, but it
totally does away with the stop motion.
Yes.
There's like one scene.
Yeah, but you got to figure the paintings and the miniatures and stuff.
Yeah. There's actually one little segment where you actually see stop motion, but it's being done on a television set. It's the scene where they're shooting up the bar that had all the mutants in it. If you look at the TV, it has like this weird stop motion robot-like thing.
Well, I guess I didn't notice it, my man.
Yeah, the practical effects are good. I mean, this movie's probably literally has more blood than RoboCop.
Which is surprising.
Yeah.
Well, considering RoboCop was originally an NC-17.
Yeah. I don't think this was.
I don't either, man. But yeah, the acting's great. The effects were pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
What did you think of the score by Jerry Goldsmith?
I actually love
whatever the guy's name is.
Jerry Goldsmith.
Thank you.
Great composer. Did a lot of good movies. Love the soundtrack.
Okay, if you were to compare him to Basil Pomadoros, or whatever you said his name was.
Yeah.
I think I got it right, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yes. Finally, I didn't butcher your name. Who would you say is the better Verhoeven composer, though? If you had to pick.
I would say they're both good in their own way. They both have their own specific ways.
True, I'd say that too. Yeah, just, like as far as the Batman movies, I'd say that about Elfman and Zimmer.
I mean, I noticed with Basil Poledouris, he does have this kind of louder, brasher style.
Like a bombastic.
Yeah, his is more bombastic. Well, Jerry Goldsmith, he's actually been composing movies way, way longer than Basil Poledouris. He's been, I think he started composing movies in like the 40s or late 40s, so he had a lot more things to. So yeah, he had a lot of time to adapt his score, and he did pretty much music for everything: action, science fiction, fantasy, horror, comedy, family. Pretty much did everything. So, so I would have to. I love Basil Poledouris' music, but I'll have to give more credit to Jerry Goldsmith.
I'd probably say the same. And also, before you get to the differences between the short story and this,
although one more comment on the music for this.
Yes, sir.
From what I've heard, it almost sounded like with this, he was trying to like pay the music he was doing for this. It almost seemed like he was trying to pay homage to the music he did for Logan's Run, a movie from like 1973.
I wouldn't know. I've never seen it.
I've seen it, but yeah, it looks like he was trying to trying to emulate the orchestral parts he did for that movie. He did both orchestral and electronic segments.
But yeah, before you get to the comparisons of the short story to this, I'm not sure if you know this, but originally this movie was actually supposed to have a sequel.
I didn't know that. I knew.
Okay, did you know this? That the sequel was really supposed to be based on the short story Minority Report. Like, I'm not joking you.
Which ironically also written by Philip K. Dick.
Yes, and it became its own movie later because. No, here's what I think, is I read up on it and said that they switched it into Minority Report primarily because I think Schwarzenegger and Verhoeven were not interested in doing it, and so they rewrote it into its own storyline by adding more of the short story within it.
I know a lot of people bitched about it.
And then it became the 2002 movie, which would actually star, I think, Tom Cruise and Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Irony.
A lot of people bitched about that movie, but I really liked it.
Yoink. The irony, though.
Yeah. I think it's
kind of ironic that the movie that would become Colin Farrell's movie actually came from the guy who Colin Farrell would later replace. Irony.
Yeah, kind of ironic.
I think.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Plus, like I said, I'm a huge fan of Philip K. Dick in general. This guy also wrote the short story that will become Blade Runner. Although I don't see how they got the name Blade Runner for the movie.
Dude, I didn't even know how they got the name Total Recall for this.
Yeah, especially when the book the movie's based on was called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep.
But yeah, speaking of the short story, go ahead.
I actually really can't remember much. I read it way back, probably 9th grade, when I first started really getting heavily into reading science fiction. Now, I would have to say there are a lot of differences.
Well, I read that this movie follows like the plot itself.
Yeah,
like,
it follows the plot itself.
Having these visions, finds out his life's a lie. You know,
yeah, it follows the plot, but it's the movie is performed in a totally different way.
True, but it keeps like the main plot.
Yeah,
but changes it up. That's pretty much the only thing that's really kept is the original plot.
Pretty much what happens with every single Philip K. Dick book turned into a movie.
Pretty much.
Would I say it's faithful?
We can't really say because we never read the short story.
Well, he could not. I would say...
Dude, I've never even read it, so how can I tell you?
I don't know.
But yeah, in all fairness, what do you think of this movie?
I give it a 9.
Like, now that you've seen both movies, what would you say is better? How would you compare it and what stuff?
I gave the original a 9, and I gave the remake an 8.5. It held up pretty good.
Yeah,
it pretty much had the remake pretty much had the exact same problems as the first one,
and yet everyone holds this one in high regards.
Well, my point being, since it suffers from the same problems, you can't say anything was done worse or better.
And the one thing about this movie that I hate,
I just gave that one 0.5 more stars because that's the one I've seen all my life.
True.
I watched that movie the first time I seen this one, I was like 7.
Oh no! First time I saw the original movie,
2013.
I was 21. I saw it late.
4 years ago.
5, Dumbo.
You're 26 now?
Oh wait, yeah, 2012, 4 years ago. Me stupid. But yeah, the one thing I did not like about this movie is that Schwarzenegger his character was behind the whole thing. I hated that. And that's the one of the things I did not like about.
Yeah,
Again, to compare to the remake, that's one of the things I did not like about the remake's director's cut, is they tried to put that in.
For all we know, that could be the way the story originally went.
For all we know, true. But I'm just saying that they built it up as Schwarzenegger being this innocent guy who, knew nothing, obviously because he had his memory erased. But then they tried to shove in pretty much the last minute that Hauser was in cahoots. It's basically this giant fuck you to his character.
Which to be honest, I didn't think they needed that reference.
And that's why thank you, Len Westman, for cutting that out of the theatrical cut.
I didn't even think
God bless you,
needed that at all. I mean, pretty much anyone who's going to see that movie, I mean, you can assume anyone who's going to see the remake have at least seen the original. So,
true. I mean, but yeah, thank you, Len Westman, for cutting that out of the theatrical cut.
Sometimes it's better just to have things implied and actually shoved right in your face.
Yes, it's called tell, don't show. But like I said, in case you guys couldn't hear me, thank you, Len Westman, for cutting that bullshit out of your remake. But yeah, you already gave your grade for both?
Yeah, 9 for this, 8.5 for the remake.
Well, since we're used to normally having half-hour videos, why don't you sum up your feelings on the remake real quick? Because I've already reviewed it.
I pretty much had the same feelings as for the remake as this. Pretty much performed almost the exact same way, has the exact same problems.
Well, with the remake, there's no Mars, no mutants. Which makes me wonder why you would have a three-breasted lady, though.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about the remake I don't get.
Probably just
fan service.
Yeah, and because it was in there and because Hollywood is horny.
Well, that too. Hollywood's both stupid and horny.
Horny Hollywood.
well, then there's a few references to the original, like in the remake, they mentioned Mars.
Yeah. They mention it, but it's not there.
Well, they said that somebody went to Mars for their birthday and got lobotomized or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they have the 2 weeks lady in there who was not really Colin Farrell even. Isn't really even Farrell, it's just the 2 weeks thing. And then the three-breasted lady thing there too.
Would you say she's hotter in the remake or in this?
I'd probably say remake, dude. But yeah, and then also to compare, with the remake, they kind of mixed Laurie and Richter as one character. Played brilliantly by Kate Beckinsale, I'll say that one.
Kate Beckinsale.
But yeah, before we get way more crazy, let's cut it off here.
Yes. Forgive me.
So yeah, he gave the original, like a 9? And then the remake, 8.5 probably?
Yeah.
I'd probably say the same, except flip it. Because and it's no fault to the originals, other than the whole, how they're being played, the whole thing.
And plus, you've only seen this one twice.
True. I would actually give the remake a little higher grade, but just me, my opinion.
Plus, I prefer the music in this one.
I mean, I respect the original for what it was, but I just prefer the remake. So, nothing against Verhoeven, nothing against Schwarzenegger, nothing against cast. Just, I prefer the newer one. Catch you guys later.
Mm-hmm.